Hey guys, this is Brandon from USF1, your source of Formula One news here in North America. I'm coming to you with another episode of IMOF1. If you don't know what that means, in my opinion, Formula One. Today, I think I'm going to talk about three separate things: the calendar, teams in general, and the field as a whole. Right now, right after this. Stay tuned. My opinion, as you know, would be restructuring the calendar. This is in response to having to save costs in some sort of way for the teams, mainly in the respects of when things come in the calendar, not necessarily if you'll race it or not. Like, you're gonna race every single track that we did last year. It would just be like in a different order. It's like before, Sepang used to be the second track on the season. Now it's near the end, just due to, I don't know, logistical issues, I'm thinking. But overall, since we started in Australia, why don't we get everything done on that side of the world? So you can still start in Australia if you want. Then we can go to Japan for 2, and then China for 3, which there already is third, so it wouldn't really matter for that. And then we can do both Singapore and Sepang there while we're there, even though I think both of them aren't they? Isn't their government threatening to get rid of both Grand Prix, Singapore and Sepang, in 2018? I might be wrong on that, but I think it's in the books. It's in the works. And then I guess we could just keep going west. Just keep going west. I guess we can go to. I think I'd rather just keep the sectors in order as they are. So either go straight west to Europe, or you can do all the European circuits right there. So start in, I don't know, Silverstone, and then start in Russia and then work your way west. So Russia as Baku, and then you go to Italy, Monaco, Hungary, Monaco, Germany, if you do have Germany again, because there wasn't a German Grand Prix last year, and then Spa, and then Silverstone. And then you can either go south. You have 2 options from there. South, you go to Abu Dhabi and Bahrain, and then you just leave the Americas for the end. So North American continent and Central America, South America. So then we'll be going to Canada, COTA, Circuit of the Americas if you don't know, Mexico City, and Brazil to final it out the year. Or you can throw the desert circuits at the end of the year, so you're gonna end out with Abu Dhabi still. It's just an idea, guys. I know it may not be physically possible, just due to some tracks they want their race at that time of the year, like Monaco, for instance. And Baku had an issue with last year they put it at the same exact weekend of Le Mans, so they had like the lowest attention, like a viewership out of all the races last year. Second point, keep doing the left, this hand. Second point, add more teams, maybe even engines. Right now there's only 20 cars on the grid especially since Manor just went down, that would have been 22. Maybe get I think Formula One would be great with 26 to maybe 30 cars at the maximum. Which means you would need at least 3 more teams for that to happen. It'd be great if, I don't know, Ford were ever to come back into Formula One. I know don't they have Formula Ford? Isn't the rookie Formula racing circuit? Isn't that a Ford sponsored series? I could be wrong, but I thought it was called Formula Ford. But overall, it would be great if we saw Ford, maybe even Porsche get into it. Lamborghini talked about coming into Formula One like they were back in the day, if the cost went down. So that's kind of ties into my calendar readjusting, just to cut costs in general down. But maybe they don't want to field a full team like Ford or Porsche, and they can just supply a certain team, I don't know, like Manor, a free engine, or 2 or a couple engines, and its parts. But of course, everything's a business, so maybe free it would be out of the question. But overall, it would be great if they just sponsor them with an engine, and you just take some of their profit. Just an idea, guys. But what do you guys think of that, having 20, 26, 30 cars in the grid? I think that would be, racing would be better, especially if they're not just middle of the pack or back markers, they're actually contending for a top 5 or a top 10. That'd be great to see. Hopefully my Haas team could be that this year. And then leveling the playing field. The reason why I say level the playing field is because Liberty Media says that their main goal is to grab new fans, right? To create new fans, particularly out of the United States. Well, as an American, even though I'm not necessarily I'm not a NASCAR fan whatsoever, alright guys? But I am also a fan of good racing. And Formula One sometimes are very boring races. Me in general, I like to look at the full grid. So that's why I'm always happy with seeing like the battles between like Force India and Williams and Haas and McLaren, because those are like mid-pack battles, all right. But unfortunately, here in the States, they don't like to follow those battles, at least on television, all right. So as a neutral, especially an American neutral, if you see one team dominate the entire year, like Mercedes did last year, well, last couple of years, last 3 years, and then Red Bull before that, and then before that it was Ferrari. Once you you would get kind of turned off seeing one team win every single time by like 30 seconds or more, and like over half the grid is lapped. Sorry, but as a neutral, you're just not going to be interested in that, guys. Like, I understand that, oh yeah, my Lewis Hamilton won, or Michael Schumacher won, or Sebastian Vettel won, or Max Verstappen won. I understand you all have your loyalties, all right? We all have our biases for like whatever team. Me, it's Haas, okay? And before that, it was Nico Hülkenberg and Kimi Räikkönen. But overall, you want to bring in new viewers, so we had to somehow get the cars closer together, more competitive, more than one team dominating the entire season. It just gets monotonous and boring and predictable, man. No one likes that. All right, everyone wants to be like race day to be, race day. Every guy has a chance. Maybe not necessarily every car, but almost a lot of teams have a chance to win. Get what I'm saying? Not trying to be mean, not trying to say like all the guys suck or whatever. Formula One now, but I think like overall, like you also could do that like via rule changes or aerodynamics wise, or maybe money flow. But overall, like I don't believe in having the same chassis for all cars, or the same engine for our cars, or same aerodynamics. Like overall, Formula One still is all about the car and you developing the fastest car that you can possibly make, given the rules. All you guys following the rules. I don't want it to be like IndyCar. Don't want it to be like NASCAR. It still has to be Formula One, but still level the field in a sense, in a Formula One sense, to where we get interesting racing on a consistent basis. That's all I'm asking for. I'm pretty sure that's all you guys want as well. But that's all I got for today's episode. Episode 2. See, I got the hand signal right. Episode 2. Let me know down in the comments below if you want me to do any other kind of videos. I'm honestly just winging it here. And this came to my mind today when I was at work, and I've been talking to Brian Andy Green on Formula One Forever on Facebook. Or it might be Memes and News. I don't know. I might be wrong. But it was great talking to you guys. It was great. You sort of like, without you guys knowing, you gave me inspiration for this episode. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate the support and get this channel up and running. Like this video if you like any of my opinions, or even if you disagree with my opinions, leave a like anyway, and then leave a comment and why or why not you agree with me. It would be great to see. But again, guys, I will see you guys next time. I'm Brandon from USF1, your source for Formula One news here in North America. Take care, guys.